All right. On today's episode, I welcome on a very special guest. He is Theo Jadotte. He's a sophomore forward for CCRI Men's basketball team. Theo, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks so much for being on the show. Awesome. Well, first of all, it's awesome to have you on the show. This is great. I mean, congratulations to you and the CCRI Knights. You guys are in the NCAA tournament. I mean, what's the excitement for you guys? Being in the tournament and also being the 3 seed.
There's a lot of excitement. Looking at the bracket, we know the number one team, Riverland. So they were on the left side of the bracket. Us locking in the 3 seed puts us on the other side. So obviously anything's possible. College basketball, March Madness, or whatever you want to call it, national tournament type vibes. So we're just looking to have fun, get out there to Chicago and play ball, man.
That's awesome. That's going to be so exciting for you guys. And then what about, you guys have to prep for either, I think it's CC Enfield or CC Philadelphia. I can't remember off the top of my head. But how do you guys prep for one of those two teams? Are you going to watch the game? How's that going to work?
Yeah, definitely going to watch the game. Locking in the 3 seed, we've been fortunate to get a first round bye. So I'm pretty sure we'll get there. We'll probably check their game out. We know we're either going to play the 6th or the 11th seed, CC of Philadelphia or Dallas College. I'm not sure where they're exactly from, but just personally watching film on them ourselves. And then as a team, when we lock in, when we get there. So
That's awesome. That'd be great. And then do you know what time your game is on Wednesday?
I believe it's 8 p.m. I'm not sure if there's a time change in Illinois. I believe there might be, but it's 8 p.m. I'm not sure if it's central or standard, but
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then where else can we watch? So if we all want to check it out.
yeah, so it's NJCAA TV. I believe they have tournament passes, so I'm not sure. It'll probably be like $5 to like $12 to get a tournament pass to watch games for the day or something like that. But NJCAATV.com for sure.
Cool. We'll definitely have to check it out. So you guys had an amazing run this season. I mean, you only lost 13 games. I mean, 3 games. I'm sorry. Big mistake on that one. And then, but I want to talk about your district finals games because in that matchup, you played Northern Essex, a
Yeah.
team that had beaten you before, and you guys got to face them again in the finals. What was it like for you guys to get a rematch against them? They best you the first game. What was like the best and then the second game?
It was literally like the perfect like type of situation. We went to them early in the season, beat them by like 45, and then kind of had our head on our shoulders, or like, oh, we're whatever. We went into the game kind of like, oh, this team's whatever. They came to us, they beat us by one. And then to see them again in the district championship, they played hard. I think we only won by like 9 or 12, so it wasn't like a blowout win. You know what I'm saying? That's a good team right there. They play scrappy. They hustle. So
Yeah, but it's gotta be great just to get that back after, losing to them. And then, you guys overall the whole season, you guys won a lot of games in double digits and stuff. What does that say about your guys team?
offensively, like when we were at tryouts, I could say one thing that I definitely remember, Coach Marcus, he was telling us like, if we're gonna win, it's gonna be as a team. So obviously in basketball, there's different guys. You got one guy that's averaging 30, another guy averaging 20, or whatever the case is. But we play team ball. We run the floor, we score, we pick each other up when we fall, like miss layups or whatever. You get scored on, foul out, whatever the case is. But we just play team ball. We have fun, man. And at the end of the day, if we come out with a 20 plus, 30 plus point win, it's even better. So.
Yeah, that's great for you guys. I mean, and for you guys too, it's interesting playing at CCRI too, because it seems like you team up with a lot of guys that you face during like from Rhode Island, guys you play in the IRLL. And what's it like to team up with guys that you probably have faced, a couple times during a season or have seen play? Like, what's that like?
I think that's really dope, honestly, because certain times, like in the RIL, when you face up against different guys in high school, and then it's like, man, if we're on the same team, like this could be this or this could be that. You think about like the future and stuff like that, but to come together and team up, I think that has a lot to do with our success. A lot of individual talent coming together, teaming up, and
That's great. And then now yourself, you're a rebounding machine.
yeah.
I mean, you're ranked, third in JUCO overall. Where did that mentality come from?
Honestly, just right before the season at tryouts, coach pulled me to the side and he was like, my main thing that I need from you is rebounding. If you go around, you ask about me, like most of the times people probably pick me up on their summer league teams and stuff like that because they need forwards, like we just get after it. Rebounding is fun. Like that's the little stuff that a lot of people don't want to do, just obviously getting offensive, defensive rebounds, getting more possessions. That's more time. That's more time on the clock, or like more ball possessions for the team. So rebounding in general, like I think that's fun, man. Go get the ball. That's it.
That's awesome. Is there a player that like you like watched that get like rebounds, or just like how did you like be like, or did you come up with that mentality yourself?
I think it was just a self mentality. Obviously, like all the great bigs that have been rebounding over time. What I'm saying, like I watched Kevin McHale, Andre Drummond. I'm saying bigs like they just dominate, bro. Like literally averaging like 14 boards a game. People come in and they see you and they see like that I'm tall, but then they see like me grabbing all these rebounds and they're like, all right, this guy is like, let's relax a little bit. But
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do grab a lot of rebounds, and I mean, there's been some games where you've had some great games, but there's been one specific game where you did break the single game record for rebounds, which was the 34 boards against Bunker Hill. But you also
yeah,
had 36 points too. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
what was it like to break that record? Did you know you broke a record, or what was it like?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great feeling. Being on the team with Mitchell, he's the all-time rebound leader at the school here. So I told him, I was like, hey man, your name's already stamped in history. Just let me have this. A week before I broke the record, I tweeted on Twitter, I was like, I'm gonna break that record, and I made it happen. So been blessed to do that. The feeling on that was just crazy. It was just a good night. When you're on, you're on. When you're off, you're off. But
Yeah,
definitely a good night.
I mean, you had 36 points too. Were all those putbacks, or what was that all from?
Oh yeah, just running the floor, like the gritty work, putbacks, some free throws, couple jump shots, running the floor, running the lane. That's really it, man.
That's great. And then so you mentioned your teammate Mitchell. Now he's number one ranked in the rebounding in JUCO. Do you guys have like a friendly competition on the team? Because it seems like you're both like 1 and 2, or in the nation on the rebound. What's that like?
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely friendly competition. At the end of the day, after the game, me and him will probably combine for like 40 plus rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So we don't come into the game like you're gonna get 20, I'm gonna get 25. Like we just go out there and we grab boards, man. At the end of the day, whatever the total is, that's what we got. You'll even see some of our film, like we'll be snatching the ball out of each other's hands. Like we're our own competition on the court, so it's fun, man.
That's so cool. That's great. I'm sure your coach doesn't have to worry about second chance rebounds for the other team. It's mostly just you two just grabbing them both up.
Yeah, not at all. As long as we're on the floor, man, we're gonna secure that ball.
That's awesome. That's great for yourself. And now, what was your decision to go? Well, first of all, I actually want to. What has been your favorite game overall?
For this season,
Yeah.
let me think. Um, I would say the 36-34 point game, but that's too cliche. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really think of I'm gonna say the semifinals game against Bristol, semifinal playoff game. There's a lot of tension between like Bristol and I as our teams. Obviously, that's like our conference rival and everything. But there was a lot of smack talk between like teams. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna come to your house and we're gonna beat y'all. I'm saying we're gonna win the championship. You guys are done for the season, all that stuff. And then just to be able to come out with the win at the end of the day, I think that was a good game right there.
That's great. Yeah, and Bristol has I know has a lot of Rhode Island guys that also play from the Rhode Island
Yeah,
Interscholastic League as well too. So I'm sure it's fun to go up against those guys as well too.
right.
That's great. And then I want to ask too, what was your decision to play at CCRI? How that come about?
Originally, I didn't even know if I was eligible. So I started off at URI back in 2017, right out of high school. After high school, I tried to go post grad. Things didn't really work out for me, so I was like, let me just go to school, see what I can do. URI didn't really work out for me, so I started working over like maybe 2-3 years, and then started taking some credits over at CCRI. I walked into the athletic director's office, and we sat down with the transcripts and everything, and I was eligible to play for this season that we're playing now. Obviously, the grades are good now, playing the whole full season. But that's pretty much it. Coming up to CCRI, it was just a school that was close. I didn't want to go out somewhere where I didn't know like what I was doing, and like a living situation would be kind of difficult commuting. So it was just close by, the best option for me.
Yeah, yeah. And what's it too like? Because what's it like playing on the JUCO level? Because I don't think people realize how competitive the JUCO is, and like the talent that comes out of the junior college level as well too. Because there's guys that have potential from Division 1 all the
Yeah.
way to NAIA. Like, what's it like to play against all the competition?
Right. I definitely don't discredit any of the junior college players. At the same time, there's a lot of junior college players that they transfer over to NCAA, NAIA, like you said, and they go do their thing. So at the end of the day, It doesn't matter what level you're playing at. You know what I'm saying? If you got it in you, you're gonna hoop. So
It's great. And then for yourself during the off season, like what did you do to help prep yourself for this upcoming season? And like were you always a rebounding machine? Where did this all come from?
I definitely believed I've been a rebounder for the most portion of my career, my basketball career. As far as like preparing for the season, I didn't even know I was going to come play. So honestly, to be honest with you, I wasn't uh, in the gym and working all hard. Like I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but I was playing summer leagues and stuff, staying active in some cardio. But that was really it, man. Once I got the good news that I'd be able to play, that's when the hard work started to kick in. A little bit of weight room, staying after, get my free throws up, man. I got to work on that free throw percentage, So
That's great. And then, I mean, did you work with anyone or is this all you, all motivation by yourself?
no, I didn't work with any like trainers or anything per se, but just yeah, generally going out to the court. As long as I had a gym to, run around, get some shots up, that's really all it was. That's it.
That's great, man. That's awesome for you, and what it says a lot about yourself. I want to ask too about the team chemistry because obviously you guys have you won a lot of games by double digits.
Yeah.
Obviously had some close games as well too. But I mean, what's the team chemistry like for you guys? I mean, to be able to go into the NCAA tournament with like all these wins and be able to win the district finals.
Definitely, obviously, the team chemistry has grown from the first game to now, leading to the championship and going into the tournament. First game we scrimmaged Naval Prep Academy. We lost by 16. So that was very humbling. We all were like, "Oh yeah, man, we got some talented guys. We're gonna come over, scrape these kids. They don't know about us." And we walked into their gym over in Newport and got spanked. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, we're in the locker room, like, "Oh man, like we didn't expect this to happen at all." So that was a good eye opener for us, just to set the tone for the season and really open up our eyes. Like, yeah, this isn't gonna come easy. So starting from that first game up into the championship. There's definitely been some ups and downs, but the teammate chemistry is there for sure. Like we got each other's back for sure.
That's great, man. That's awesome. That's great to see. And then for yourself, where did the passion for basketball come from?
Honestly, I didn't think I'd be playing this year at all. Like after high school, I graduated in 2017. I'm 22 years old, so um, I'm older than a couple of my teammates and most of my teammates really. But I didn't really think I'd be playing this year. To be able to get the opportunity to play again was a blessing. The passion for basketball just came from when I was younger. My mom and she enrolled me in like some rec leagues and stuff in the neighborhood. Over time, just basketball was just something to keep me like away from the streets, all that stuff. So it was just a good hobby for me, and I just kept up with it over the years. So
That's great. And then you said, I know we spoke about this off air. You played your high school hoops at Hope. For yourself, you said you came from Florida and you ended up playing at Hope. What was your experience like playing at Hope High School?
it was all right. I'm not gonna lie to you. Transferring from Florida school over to Hope or just a school in Providence, I went to E-Cube Academy, but our school was so small. We had to pick neighboring schools to play sports at. So Hope was our neighboring school. Playing over there was definitely different experience. We're always labeled as like inner city kids. People always like look down on us because we're on like the hood of the east side or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But playing under Coach Nybloom, I learned a lot from him. He's been a good coach over the years. Obviously, with coaches, if you don't have that 100% like relationship with them, there can be ups and downs, obviously. But overall, it's been good.
That's great. All right. Well, Theo, I mean, good luck to you guys in the NCAA tournament. It's going to be awesome for this, see CCRI in there and definitely be watching on a Wednesday night for sure. But I want to ask some questions that are more outside of basketball and just I usually ask like 5 or 6 questions to, get to know you as well. So I want to start off with what's your favorite food?
Favorite food. I'm Haitian American, so I'm gonna have to go with the white rice, beans, and chicken. That's really it, man. It's just a different. You got to taste it, bro. It's a culture, bro.
Oh yeah. I like where can I get some of that if I wanted to try it?
Shameless plug, man. There's a Garden of Eve. That's a restaurant Harris Ave in Providence. It's Petite Bakery. It's another Haitian restaurant in Pawtucket. There's a couple places, man.
All right, I'll have to check it out for sure. And then what's your favorite NBA team and favorite NBA player?
Right now, as far as an NBA team, my NBA player is Kevin Durant. So wherever he goes, I go. So I'll just have to go with the Nets.
What do you think about the Nets when making that big trade and everything?
I think it was a good trade. I think they won that side of the deal, sending off Harden. Obviously, if you have a player in your organization that kind of doesn't want to be there, not going to help you. So I think bringing in Ben Simmons, we're going to see what he got. And then obviously Andre Drummond, a lot of different guys coming in. So
Yeah, I think they won that part of the trade because they got Steph Curry and Andre Drummond. I think those are two great additions for them.
Definitely.
That's awesome. And then do you have like a favorite basketball shoe that you like to wear or anything?
Basketball shoes. So I just recently the Kobe's that I wear in game, those Kobe's for sure. And it was a steal, RP Kobe, but I got those off GOAT for it's like $140. Like Kobe's in my size are anywhere from $700 to $2,000. So that was a big steal. But definitely Kobe's for sure.
What size shoe do you wear?
14.
Oh wow, yeah, that's gonna be tough to find shoes. And then what's your favorite thing to do outside of basketball?
Let me see. I'd say family time for sure. My family's lit, man. Definitely from family reunions to social gatherings, whatever it is, like game nights and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just real. It's a really good time. It's a decompressor. Kind of takes you away from all the homework and hard practices and stuff that we got to do. So
Nice, that's awesome. And then I'm sure your family's gonna get together and watch the game on Wednesday for sure, huh?
they were here throughout some of the games of the season and the playoff run. Our athletic director just told me as well, he was like, "You got a great family." They were probably 15 plus deep, screaming "Go Knights" and all that good stuff. So.
Nice, that's awesome. That's great. So they help bring the noise when they come watch the games, huh?
Definitely.
That's awesome. Well, Theo, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions, comments, or statements for me?
No, I think that's really it, man.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Say good luck in the NCAA tournament on Wednesday. Check them out. They will be either 8 p.m. Eastern time or it would be Central time. We'll figure that one out. I'll definitely put that on my story for sure. But thank you guys. Thank you again for being on the show, Theo. I really appreciate it.
Thanks again for having me.
No problem.